Hello, thanks for joining me, astrologer Patrick Arundell, for your astrological overview for week commencing the 16th of June, and the week begins with the Sun still occupying the sign of Gemini. And he's joined on Tuesday by Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, which rewinds in its retrograde, and the two are going to be side by side through to Friday. In fact, they're going to be forging a fine link to the North Node in Libra, which is a very enabling link if you're wanting to be creative this week. There's also a very sweet angle forged between Venus and Jupiter. If you remember last week, Venus was under a lot of pressure in an opposition with Saturn. In fact, that goes on for the first day of this week. But this week, Venus and Jupiter get together, and this is one of the most joyous of all aspects. It can make us a little bit lazy and lacking in motivation, but also it's the time to sort of enjoy the good elements of life. And because of the signs that they're occupying, Venus in its home zone of Taurus and Jupiter, which is exalted in Cancer, it's a really good time to enjoy the good things in life, the things that don't necessarily cost money, but are very nurturing, enjoying good food, and being with the people we really care about. If you're looking for a development in your social or romantic situation, this is a very sweet aspect to have. Now by Wednesday there is a quarter moon, and this quarter moon occurs in the rather dreamy mutable sign of Pisces, and of course the Sun itself is mutable in Gemini, so there may be something that you're wanting to achieve, particularly with Mercury side by side, where your mental processes suddenly slow down because of the rather confusing influence of Neptune, the ruler of Pisces. However, if you stay alert, the other tricky part of the combination between the Sun and Mercury being so close together is it can see us jump to conclusions when we'd be better to think things through carefully. But even then, you could have a eureka moment. But the other big crunching aspect this week is between two big hitters, Mars, which is about energy, drive, ego expression, and Pluto, which is about truth, transformation, but also power. Well, those two are not on good terms, and they're both the rulers or co-regents of Scorpio. And of course, that's the most political of all the zodiac signs. So it's possible that with the Libra location of Mars, which is in its detriment, and the location of Pluto in Capricorn, that there may be some kind of power battles going on. Now, of course, these have been played out in the world all over in recent times, and this is a repeat of an influence that first came up in April, so just be aware that could come up in your situation as well. Probably best to stay away from districts or areas which are known to have a high level of criminality, and stay within the rules of wherever you live to ensure that you get through this week safely. And then as the week draws to a close, well, the Sun makes the decision to say au revoir to Gemini and hello to Cancer, and returns for the first time in 11 months. And the Sun moving into Cancer gives us the chance to reflect, to just pause a little bit and make sure the foundations in our world, emotional or physical, are actually quite as we want. The Sun in Cancer is very much to do with being tuned into the atmosphere of situations because of the ruler of Cancer being the Moon. So do listen to your gut instincts over the next 4 weeks, and you may find yourself at times wanting to just step back and reflect a little bit, or you may find yourself wanting to nurture people or a person that is important to you. It could also be a time of family gatherings or pain if your family life is not so happy and content. But this is also a cardinal sign, so if you want to take charge of anything, then it can be a time of action too. Don't ever underestimate the sign of Cancer. Thank you for joining me, good luck, and goodbye for now.